What's up guys, Omni here. You guys know how it goes, another day, another video. Last night I tweeted I sleep. What recent news, topic, tweets, videos you want me to talk about tomorrow? Hey guys, today is Monday. I actually don't know what the date is. I removed the clock from my monitor and from like almost around my entire house and everything. I've been on this like no clock binge type of thing. I recognize, I'm already yapping. I'm sorry. The point is I just don't know the date, okay? But I do know that it is hot. That's right. I am even blacker than before. I am now darker than black, okay? It's so hot outside. It's either humid or thunderstorms or just extreme heat, okay? This weekend I was out. I was at a pool party. I was having a good time. I was getting a little bit of sun, but I'm over it. For like summer, I feel like I can just do like 1 week of summer, maybe 2 weeks. And then we can just get back into the fall weather because we all know that fall is the best season. Anyway, today we got a lot of news to talk about from what you guys want me to talk about. We have a little bit of continuation from some of the things we talked about from the last video. I think we'll start off with this whole thing with Ludwig and Mango. You guys said there was a little bit of a continuation phase from what we were talking about before. So it's Zeus, and a lot of you guys asked me to talk about this. Okay, it says Ludwig has been exposed for seemingly encouraging Mango to drink a PB. Despite knowing him being a chronic drinker, I believe Abba and Preach have also put out a commentary video recently. Yeah, so this is kind of a follow-up from the video that we did last week. We talked about this YouTuber by the name of Ludwig. He was hosting an event. It was called like Mario Beer is something. You play Mario Kart and you drink a lot of beer. And he invited his friend Mango, who's a top Smash player, now was one of the best in the world, and he lost everything. He lost his sponsorship. I think he got banned on Twitch. He lost everything. And then he stood back and said, yeah, he's basically an alcoholic. The reason why is because there's a clip of him basically air humping like two girls right in front of their faces while on stream. And yes, sexual harassment, my friends. As I said, there's a continuation. A few more clips have been floating from the event, one being this one. A lot of you guys pointing me in this direction saying, hey, I haven't spoken to it fully, but Ludwig failed Mango as a friend. Enabling and sharing on this level of drinking and not looking after him, not separating him from others is incredibly irresponsible. If you're hosting an event like this, you'd need security, TBH.
Guys, Mango just blew a .25! Mango just blew a .32.
That is my go.
Hey, everybody! Mango just blew a .32!
Just to be clear, that is dangerous. That's not good. That's not good.
Yeah. On first thought, I'm thinking like, you know, niggas just drinking, being wild, being crazy, right? But in the context of Mango being like an alcoholic, how do I put this? I have friends and some family that have experience with alcoholism, right? And as a friend and as a family member, for me, at least personally, I've already made it a very huge boundary not to involve alcohol whenever I am around them. It's kind of like my own rule on them, for me and for them, because alcoholism is really bad. Now I get that's Mango's whole shtick. He's just like, I'm the alcoholic, I'm the drunken master of the melee. I get it, but to be honest, I've seen so many people go down some dark roads when it comes to alcohol that I don't really play around much with it anymore, okay? If you're somebody who can hold your liquor, then sure, get out there, have a blast, have fun, drink it up, get smashed up. But if you're somebody that has a problem, and then we're kind of parading that problem and we're celebrating that, I can't be me. Again, just can't be me. Being an alcoholic can ruin your life, whether you see it now, whether you see it later, whether you see it in your kidney, whether you see it in your friends or your family, the people that affect you, it affects everyone. And it just so happens that it seems to be the point in time where alcohol finally caught up to Mango, and couldn't be me. I don't think that Ludwig could have saw this coming, but at the same time, you know, let's keep watching.
Dangerous.
Let's up those numbers!
Oh shit.
Everybody, get your second race ready to go!
Wait, do it. Oh, sorry. I thought you were Mango. I got confused.
Oh, fucking me. You just fucked me from behind. Get off me. Oh my god. He thrust so nicely.
Let me think about it for a second. Let me process this. I don't know if it looks like Ludwig is also potentially probably drunk here too as well, or drinking. I imagine. Damn. bro. It's not a good look that your homie is out here dry humping you while drunk and then also going other places and just dry humping it. Like, man. All right, I processed it. Sorry, I'm rambling, okay? This is not good. It's not good, okay? If you have a friend who drinks, has alcohol issues, you bring them to your party and you encourage them to drink a lot more and a lot more and a lot more and a lot more, knowing that they have issues and they, I don't know. Does Mango's alcohol issues ever create problems, I guess, is the question mark. I guess maybe that's the only thing that I can think of. I'm trying to look at this from all values. I'm not trying to excuse nobody. I imagine that it has to, okay? Alcohol has to affect everybody, just period, right? It has to. You have to know there's got to be some demons, okay? And I'm sure Mango has been to plenty of places. I don't know if there's been a history of Mango drinking alcohol and being belligerent with people, but I have seen tweets and people say that, yes, when Mango does get really drunk, that he gets very weird with people. So it's only what I know. Either way, if I'm a friend, I'm not doing it. And also, if this is me and I'm Ludwig and I recognize this, that I have to take some accountability, right? I encourage somebody who is an alcoholic to get more and more and more and more drunk over time. And then there were repercussions from this person getting drunk and their actions. And I should, as a person as well, take accountability on my contribution to them getting just ridiculously drunk. Not just like tipsy or like, hey, we're having a good time type tipsy, right? But there's a point where you got to cut your people off. As a responsible host, you got to cut people off, especially if somebody's an alcoholic. You got to figure out how to cut them off. Otherwise, I don't think you're being a true homie. So a lot of people on the internet are really upset after seeing Ludwig and seeing this clip. I don't know if Ludwig has responded to it yet. I'll double check. But this is actually from Mango's wife. Said, but since I'm not bound by shit as a civilian, Ludwig, I effing watched you on stream asking for Mango to take shots. Of course, your little teeny bomb reviewer bitch ass wants to pretend that never happened. People were vomiting at your event and you never once decided to pull. Hope you enjoy your grace for banning Mango while encouraging him to get effing wasted. F you, Lud. Word for word, I need to do a shot. Where's Mango? So yes, shared responsibility. Mango's out here getting super, super drunk and, well, embarrassing himself to the point where he loses everything. And you ghost him on. There's got to be some kind of accountability. You coax them to kind of drink more and more and more into very dangerous levels of drinking, right? I think we can all agree like that's something that you should take accountability for. I would take accountability for. There's nothing wrong with taking accountability, right? But are we going to pretend that Ludwig didn't actively enable Mango's alcoholism and then, make money off of it and then ditched him as soon as he became politically unsalvageable? People pointing to the fact that Ludwig has already kind of started making tweets, moving on from the situation. Mogul Moves X Cowboy Bebop collaboration. He's trying to move it forward, my guess, and he feel like maybe he's addressed it, but he's got nothing left to say. So yeah, that's the update. Some people are saying that Ludwig is a snake, that he just throws his friends under the bus, just bans Mango, and then just moves forward, even though he was responsible for it. And people want him to take more responsibility and accountability for the contribution of this event as being the host and also as the person that was encouraging Mango to drink more and more and more and more. TLDR and the overall thought says that I believe that yes, Ludwig should take accountability, right? But it's not something where he has to take the blame and the onus of Mango out here like freaking sexually harassing people, right? Like I said in the last video, there's a lot of people who drink and they don't go out and air hunt people and their friends. There's a lot of people who drink and then they just pass out on the couch and they just go to sleep, right? And then wake up with hangovers, right? So there's no way he probably could have predicted, I imagine, I hope, I guess, I don't know, I won't look into it, that he'd go around and sexually. My guess is that yes, that is not something that is allowed, because if it was happening in other events, then he would have been, this would have been a thing already. But the people were mad at Ludwig for not taking enough accountability for the situation, kind of just basically banning him and then moving on. I agree. They can be upset. Okay. And for me personally, I'm not upset at him. I'm just going to watch and see what he does. Like, I'm not really that vested into the situation where I'm like, take accountability. But I think it would be healthy. It'd be setting a good example. I don't know what that accountability would look like. Would that be like a video or an apology or I don't even know. All I know is that Mango is SOL. He literally has his entire life basically uprooted from him. I don't know what's going to happen to him. He's going to go to rehab and maybe try to come back. And Ludwig is pushing. He's pushing P. He's moving forward. And that's kind of like the breaks. We'll see how it things. You guys could let me know how you guys feel about the situation in the comments below. I think, again, if you're just a true homie, and you really are looking out for your homies, right? And you know the homie is alcoholic, right? You gotta temper. You gotta temper. Let them have a good time, but it looks like it went a little bit too far this time. Actually, I have a few more thoughts. Okay, this is future Omni here. You don't recognize the time gap here, okay? But this is a multi-universe thing. I was in the middle of editing this video, and I was watching this clip again, and I recognized that I felt like there's now a little bit more information that I'm processing where I'm starting to feel like this was actually a little bit more worse than it came off. I'm gonna play the clip again just so you guys can see the part that I was kind of focusing on here so I can give like a new not an updated opinion, but just more on what I was saying before.
Up those numbers! Oh shit. Everybody get your second race ready to go.
Wait, do it. Oh, sorry. I thought you were Mango. I got confused.
Oh, he's fucking me. He's fucking me from behind. Get off me. Oh my god. He thrust so nicely.
So like here at this part, right, like Mango is super drunk. He's some white people shit, right? Where when white people get really, really drunk, they just start being really, really gay. Just gonna say it. But anyway, jokes aside, they're doing this thing, right? So it kind of like normalized, but also it made me realize too here. This part right here, I recognize where Ludwig might have looking back and being like, whew, this guy is actually really drunk. Something about this made me realize that Ludwig had to have been like aware of what Mango was doing and what this was turning into, right? Almost kind of like at this point, you cut off the cameras. At this point, if you know that your homie is this drunk that he's out here doing, at this point, you get him into another room. That's what I'm starting to recognize. I'm thinking to myself, if I was in this situation, what I'd do, I'd be like, bro, we got to get you another room quickly. For you, for everybody else, okay? Because we've gone a little bit too far. I'm not exactly sure if this clip was before or after the air humping of Maya. But if this was before, right? At this point, I have to be thinking like, I have to save the homie. He is too drunk. And I did this. I am the person that is getting him this drunk, right? You might be like, yes, I can get people drunk, but I can't control what people do when they get drunk. That's true. But if you see them doing this, at this point, you have to stop it for everyone involved. This is just the added tidbit. I'm not here to like dunk on Ludwig. I'm not here to dunk on nobody, but I recognize this clip hit a little bit different as I was reacting to it because it's responsibility and accountability. And I feel like at this point in time, he was feeling it. I think he was feeling that he had to be a little bit more responsible, accountable, or maybe he didn't. Maybe at this point he was like, man, this guy is ruining my stuff or something. Maybe he didn't feel like he was contributing to it. Maybe I don't know how much ownership he feels like he should have had over it. But I think big picture wise, yeah, homie, you created the monster and then you banned the monster and then we moved on from the monster and he's gone, but no ownership of the creation process, not his actions, but an alcoholic getting more drunk on your stream and not kind of owning up to how you've contributed to that creation of it. One more thing. I know I have a lot to say about this. Mango is a grown man, period. Okay. He is not a child. He has children. Okay. So at the end of the day too, he's a grown ass adult. And as much as I'm like, yeah, Ludwig can probably hold some accountability here. As much as I'm on that as well. Okay. It's not his fault. Okay, it is literally Mango's fault. Mango has autonomy over his own body. He's a grown human. Okay, and he chooses to drink, and he chooses to drink that much, and he chooses to put himself in spaces where he was getting drunk. Okay, my guess is that even without Ludwig's kind of like, hey, yo, Ludwig, just drink some more encouragement, Mango would have reached that point without him. Because that's what alcoholics do. Okay. So I'm not trying to offload the shoulder of Ludwig. I'm trying to push more responsibility onto Mango as well. Both of these people need to be taken accountable for. And it looks like Mango is taking accountability. He's taking a step back. He's getting banned. He's facing the consequences of his actions. And I think people are looking at Ludwig and saying maybe he needs to be held accountable too, and there needs to be some consequences on his end. So that's the part two that I had when I was watching it, because I was rewatching it. I saw this part and I was like, oh, Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. And more news, Zilia said Sameko Saba's debut and how she had over 200,000 people watching her live stream on YouTube 9 minutes in. That's right, we have Saba. Welcome, Saba. If you guys do not know, I think you're allowed to say like the names of the, okay, for those of you guys who don't know, the biggest VTuber in the world, I believe she was the biggest VTuber in the world, was a VTuber by the name of Gura, and she did something that's called graduating. Graduating is usually when they leave their agency and they stop being said character. However, it is not the death, of said VTuber. They usually are reincarnated, reborn into a new persona without the legal ramifications and tying to a prior company, becoming indie and, kind of representing themselves. I believe what Saba is doing, ? Or might have also signed up with another agency. I'm not exactly sure. But yes, her name is Saba. And on her opening stream, she had 200,000 people watching all at once. The prodigal's child has returned. The whale girl has been reborn into Saba. She still seems like she's carrying her fish identity. Okay, so she still got that going, still got the blue going, and yeah, everybody, a lot of people. For some of you are like, Omni, this is not a big deal. 200,000 people watching this is ginormous. Okay, huge, biggest. Do not underestimate the power of VTubers. I keep trying to tell y'all, but like, crazy.
It won't be like this all the time. It's just probably momentarily.
So she's just chilling down there, right?
Okay. I'm gonna come out now.
Oh, she's coming out?
Everything is fine. I really appreciate it. Okay.
She's about to come out?
Did you guys break the chat? You guys broke the chat. It's not even been 10 minutes. That's amazing. You guys are crazy.
Crazy. Y'all crazy.
Okay.
Show it. You doing it?
Okay. Okay.
3, countdown. She got to do it, or is she teasing? Let's see the part where she actually comes up a little bit, right? You guys see the chat on the right just going crazy too as well?
I would. Hello. Hello. Hi.
Hello. It's so cute. It's so cute. It's so cute. My heart is already healing. I feel like I'm undoing years and years of trauma just for a few seconds of being in this chat room. Not just the head now, just full person. Very
You're
cute
all very
ears.
Sweet.
Very
Thank
cute.
you. I appreciate
Yeah.
your
Hospitality?
presents.
Oh, presents. That's a good word too.
Presents? Presents?
She's cute. The music is cute too. Let's see if we can get the full get up.
Fishy! Fishy, 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 fishy. Ah, so bouncy. Fishy, 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 fishy. Is your brain melted yet? Has your brain been melting yet?
Cute. Yes, my brain has melted. There's something happening there. There's some kind of dopamine being shot in me, and I don't know what that is. That's dangerous. That's dangerous. But yeah, it's Saba. 2.5 million views on this stream in just one day. 19,000 comments. We are so back. The fact that she debuted on Saturday, that makes it Saba Day. First, I was a fan of the cat girl. Then I was a fan of the shark girl. And I'm a fan of the shark cat girl. She's a shark cat girl. Oh my God. Wishing you a warm welcome for the very first time, Saba, guys. So yeah, this is basically like if LeBron James, like, quit and then came back and then joined like a new team, right? But like stronger and better and bigger, like literally 1 million subscribers in one day. This is the queen of VTubing. She is back, and yeah, I'm excited to see where she goes and what she does. I'm very happy for this. I like this good energy. It's good energy, right? Please don't tell me there's drama around this. Please, can we have one space, one place, one person where we're all just like, yeah, this is good energy. Please. On to a few more other topics. Science said, can you give an early happy Canada Day? It's on Tuesday. Hey, happy Canada Day. It's on Tuesday. Oh, that's tomorrow. Well, happy belated people, Canadians. How are you guys doing, my fellow Canadians? There's a lot of people from Canada that I know on the internet. I don't know anything about Canada. I've never been to Canada. If you live in Canada and you want to host, I've been thinking about traveling a little bit more, you know, like going around into places I haven't. You live in Canada, you got a nice place, you got some good food, you want to host, hit me up. I'm looking for some new experiences. I've never been to Canada. I don't even know what it's like. I got a passport. All I imagine is that it's cold. Is it hot for you guys right now? It's really hot for me right now. Like 100 index, 110. Is it hot for you guys right now? I don't know. Anyway, happy Canada Day, Canadians. Also in random news, let's keep it moving. BM09000 said, yo, hope you're doing well. I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. I'm excellent, actually. I have my coffee. I have you guys. I have what is this? JWST and Vera Rubin telescope. Recent space news went crazy. So I don't really follow the news, all right? I'm not really an astrology person. The only thing I know when it comes is that I'm a Leo. I'm a Leo. Okay, I don't know if I'm giving you guys too much information, but like I have like a Leo sun, moon, rising, whatever. I don't know. I'm just like full Leo because of like how I was born, I suppose, and the date of my birth and all that jazz and the time and all that. But yeah, anyway, I'm rambling because that's what we do on this channel, and I wonder if I have ADHD. What is JWST and Vera Rubin telescope? I am very curious. This article from livescience.com said, hey, a cotton candy nebula glows in Vera C. Rubin Observatory's first close-up image. Space photo of the week. This spectacular star-forming region is one of the first images from the new Vera C. Rubin Observatory in Chile. And that's pretty cool. Oh my God. This cotton candy nebula, the telescope, I imagine it allows you to see much more further because that's what telescopes are for. That's what telescopes are for. It reads, this week, researchers revealed that the long-awaited debut images from the Vera C. Rubin Observatory in Chile, among its first batch, alongside one of the most detailed snapshots of space ever taken, was the spectacular image of the Trifid Nebula, also known as the Messier 20. The stunning image from the world's largest digital camera showcases the colorful object at its best. The cloud of gas and dust, the Trifid Nebula, is three things at once, hence its name. Trifid means split into three parts. The pink is an emission nebula, a diffuse cloud of ionized gas that emits its own light, according to NASA. The blue is a reflection nebula, a cloud of gas and dust that scatters the light of nearby stars, much like streetlight surrounded by fog. And the dark regions of this image are dark nebulas and dust lanes that split the object into three parts, creating an intricate web of dust and star clusters. Wow, that's pretty freaking awesome. So it's like a super duper cool cloud, space cloud. Cool. Also, another telescope. Holy crap, big news, big space news, baby. The James Webb Space Telescope has discovered its first exoplanet and snapped its picture/image. What? The new planet, TWA 7b, is also the lightest exoplanet ever to be directly imaged. What in the world, guys? Look at this. Look at this. Who is this doing this? This is a new planet. Oh my God. Oh my God. This article from space.com. It says, after 3 years of helping astronomers investigate known planets beyond the solar system, the James Webb Space Telescope, JWST, has discovered its first new planet, the extrasolar planet or exoplanet, which has been designated TWA 7b, also happens to have the lowest mass of any planet that has been directly imaged beyond the solar system. Interesting. I don't know what that means. It's like the lowest mass. Does it mean it's just a very small planet? What is the size? I don't know. I'm about to start asking questions that have answers that I have no idea. With an estimated mass of around 100 times that of Earth, or 0.3 times the mass of Jupiter, TWA 7b is 10 times lighter than any exoplanet previously directed image. What do you mean? Wait, what do you mean that it has more mass, but it's lighter? TWA 7b was discovered in the debris rings that surrounded the low-mass star CE Antilles, also known as TWA 7, located around 111 light years from Earth. CE Antilles is a very young star, estimated to be around just a few million years old. If that seems ancient, consider the Sun, a middle-aged star, is around 4.6 billion years old. God damn. Damn, that Sun is definitely Unk status. That's crazy. Speaking of space and aliens, my gang National Bluebird 196 said peak returns Thursday. That's right. This week, the best anime of all time. That's right. I don't know. It might be in my top 5. Dandadan. If you don't don't watch anime, this might be a little bit one weird because it's got a few tropes that might, it's got a little bit of, what's the word that I'm looking for? A little boobies, a little bit of little sexual innuendos that people like, ew, what are you guys watching? Whatever, right? But if you get past that, and or if you appreciate it later, yes, this is one of the best animes I've ever seen. Every episode of Dandadan felt like a Studio Ghibli movie. It felt like every episode stood alone and did its own thing. It's one of the best animes of all time. I don't know how else to play it. The music, amazing. The acting, good. The writing, brilliant. The way that they showcase the characters here and their interactions, their social interactions between kids, learning things about each other, absolutely glorious. The animation, there's so many different types of it. It feels like they got like the best animator of every type of animation and was like, let's just put it all in one episode. Every freaking episode. It's absolutely glorious. And yes, season 2 comes this Thursday. I don't know if it's going to be one episode at a time or not, or just straight up on Netflix or not. But yes, this is definitely a must watch. Highly recommend. And if you like Dandadan, then you and I, we're kinships. We are brothers or sisters. Alchemist Wiz 101 said, doubt that this will be talked about, but have you heard of the Labubu craze? I have. Would you like to know your opinion about people freaking out over these little guys? Also, hope you had a good rest. Thank you. Welcome back. Love your videos and your vibe. Thanks, Alchemist Wiz. Appreciate it. Thanks for the welcome backs. I have heard of the Labubus, though I'm not like heavily into the Labubus. I think they're like some craze from Hong Kong. They're these animals or these little monkeys or these little rats or whatever, these creatures, these gremlins, these Labubus, but they have like the big old shaped teeth. It reminds me of some of those anime teeth. I think it originated from Hong Kong, got popular in Korea, and then it started spreading like everywhere like wildfire. In fact, I saw my first Labubu this weekend. I was at a party, and on Saturday I was actually touching grass for the first time in forever, and my friend had a Labubu, and I was like, oh, this is cute. This is a little Labubu thing. And I guess that was the craze. For those of you guys who don't know what a Labubu is, this is a Labubu. Labubu is a popular collectible toy and character created by Hong Kong artist Ka Sing Lung. The character is part of the Lung's The Monsters series and is known for his distinctive appearance, pointy ears, a mischievous grin, and 9 teeth. He looks like the dude from Fire Force, right? The main dude from Fire Force with the freaking big grin. Is that dude a Labubu? Labubu gained significant popularity after collaborating with Pop Mart, a company that produces and distributes the toys. The dolls are often sold in limited edition blind boxes, fueling the excitement of collectors. From what I understand, too, the creator, Ka Sing Lung, is basically a billionaire. That's, kid you not, I think this dude is a billionaire from making 2025 modern age Beanie Babies. God damn, bro. Ka Sing Lung's net worth is not explicitly stated. However, he is the creator of the popular Labubu toys, and his work is highly valued in the artwork. One source estimates his net worth at $12.8 billion. Oh my God. That's crazy. Or not dollars. I think that's euro. But still, you know, I said dollars because America. Pat the Dragon said K-pop Demon Hunters being good or Squid Game season 3 being complete cheeks, bro. Save this for near the end. Okay. I'm not going to go into details and give spoilers. I'm literally just not going to give you any information here. So no spoilers, whether you save it or not. Okay. K-pop Demon Hunters. It came out, somebody at this at the party on Saturday, one of my friends, she was playing the music video over and over and over. It's about like these 3 girls and like these 5 dudes, and they're K-pop people, right? The K-pop guys are like demons, and they're, I don't know, they're saving them. I don't know. It's just K-pop plus a movie, kind of look kind of arcane-ish, but the music was good. It was fun. It was a nice watch. It's like if Pixar met Spider-Verse met arcane type animation. And at first I was kind of like, this is too much dopamine, but for a party, it was kind of perfect. So I didn't watch K-pop Demon Hunters. I might need to. Squid Games season 3 though, however, was one of the biggest letdowns in the entire history of shows for me. I think one day I need to sit down and I need to get this off my chest eventually. Not here, not now. This is not the time or place, because Squid Game season 1 was peak show, peak everything, peak timing. It's at the levels of Parasite in terms of how good Squid Games is. And then 2 was like, huh? What is happening? Are we doing something here different? Is this gonna, and then 3, oh my freaking God. So bad, which sucks because there's a couple characters on that show that I really like really love. Like there's the girl who's like in the military, who's protecting like all the other girls. Love her. There's the grandma. I love the grandma. Now they don't got nothing on season 1 characters. Like Sung Jin Woo, no, nothing on that. Nothing on the original cast, all right? But I was falling in love with a lot of the characters, and if you guys probably know what happens to some characters in these killing games. But the point of it is I hated it. I hated it. I even knew what they were doing. Some people might be like, Omni, you don't understand it. You didn't get it. Blah, 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 blah. No, stop. Do not question my ability to understand media. Okay, I have consumed it. This is what I basically do. I know what they're saying. I know what they're doing, and it still sucks to me. It still sucks. It felt like an hollow version of Squid Games 1. It just felt like an empty. Some people even said that the creator just did it so they can collect a check. Something about not getting royalties on season 1 and basically kind of having to do season 2 and 3, and then it's kind of looking like a cash grab for potential other future. It felt so performative. It felt so forced. There's still elements in the actual season. It's still worth a watch. If you watch season 1 and 2, you have to watch 3 because you just have to. It's like you have to complete it. Okay. So you can have the full picture of just for the social commentary, There are some things to pick up from it. That's okay. But man, it was bad. It was so bad. At that last episode, oh my God, I might have to do a full rant on this one day. Flax said, not really news, but I wanted to show you a miniature that took me 7 hours to paint. Oh my gosh, 7 hours? This is absolutely freaking dope, brother. I see the paint. I see the sprite. You was in the zone. I see the bottle. I see you was in your element. See the paint, the gold. This is pretty cool. This is really cool. I'm very proud of you. Very proud of you, Flax. Keep painting. You have a talent. You have a thing. You got to take this to places. All right. This is your calling. All right, guys. That's all for today's episode. I'm going to get out of your hair. I love you guys. Drop a like on your way out. I'll catch you later. Go brush your teeth. You'll probably get another video from me this week. If not 2, maybe even 3. Whoa. Consistent Omni is back. I miss you guys. I love you guys so much. And yeah, I'm in a good headspace. I mean, I guess before I go, I guess I'll do one of my little rambles and rants. But yeah, I've been in a great space. I've been outside. I've been touching grass. I've been feeling good. I hope y'all energies has been good as well. I've been really, really focusing on the concept of energy even further when it comes to myself, recognizing how I can regulate my emotions and feelings and thoughts and patterns. And it's been a brilliant thing. I got a lot of comments from you guys saying that you loved my introductory video and it came at a very good time. And if so, I'm very glad, because that was the whole point of the video, was to share something with you guys and be like, hey, I got something back for you, and hopefully it can change your lives in a very positive way. There's a lot that's happening all the time, every day. There's a lot of noise. There's a lot of clutter. And eventually, at some point in time, for at least me as well, I needed to get into a place where my brain was not being overstimulated and overwhelmed every single day. Your boy is on survival mode nonstop. And I never thought to cut off the switch, right? Never thought, what if you stopped trying to survive? Because I always have to, right? Always have to. And it's almost kind of like, feels like sometimes that a little bit of this self-discovery and the things that I'm learning is a bit of a privilege versus kind of like something that everyone's going to do. Self-actualization, Maslow's hierarchy of needs, kind of shows that self-actualization requires a lot of basic necessities to be built in the first place in communities. And I don't have all of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. There's a lot of things that are missing that I've been trying to fill in the blanks and then fill in the blanks myself. The rambling point is that I do think that we are going to be okay. And when I'm not talking about the outside world, I'm talking about us, we can do what we need to do here to protect our energy and change and grow. I truly believe that, especially for all of you guys watching here, even if you don't believe it yourself. Believe in the me that believes in you. I love you guys. I'll catch you guys in another episode. I'm thinking this Thursday we'll drop another one, but I'm working on some independent videos as well, like some commentary, like some bigger ones, some chunky ones. I'm working. I'm in love with everything again. I don't know if you guys can tell. I'm in love with you guys. All right, let me get out of here. Let me get out because I'm a rambling mood. I'm gonna do it forever. All right. I love you guys. Y'all take it easy. All right. Peace.